I'm going to talk about the fifth commandment, which says, "You shall not kill." Um, and that means basically the actions against the fifth commandment are things like you shall not murder, manslaughter. It speaks against abortion, euthanasia, suicide, and failing to care for one's health. Um, although there is a case for legitimate self-defense in order to preserve your life or the lives of others. Um, there's something called the just war doctrine, and I'm going to read to you what the Catechism of the Catholic Church, how the Church spells that out. So you can engage in war justly if the damage inflicted by the aggressor on the nation or community of nations must be lasting, grave, and certain. All other means of putting an end to it must have been shown to be impractical or ineffective. There must be serious prospects of success, and the use of arms must not produce evils and disorders graver than the evil to be eliminated. So keep that in mind in the case of self-defense. One last point I want to talk about, the fifth commandment, is the murder of hatred. So I'm going to read this to you from the book of Matthew. This is a quote from Jesus. "You have heard that it was said to your ancestors, 'You shall not kill, and whoever kills will be liable to judgment.' But I say to you, whoever is angry with his brother will be liable to judgment." So notice how Jesus here equates anger with murder, right? And that's for good reason. That's because hatred leads to murder. When we hate something, it is a desire for that something to not exist. So when we hate someone, that is murderous thinking, right? Because it's the desire for that person to not exist. In order for someone to murder, the person must first hate. Here's another quote from Jesus. "You have heard that it was said, 'You shall love your neighbor and hate your enemy.' But I say to you, love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you, that you may be children of your heavenly Father." Right? So we see here that what the fifth commandment demands is that we love our enemies. Right? So that is what I had to say about the fifth commandment. May God bless you.